Hey you, let me ask you something. What scared you the most when you were little? Was it ghosts? The creepy old guy in the neighborhood who gives pedo vibes? Renaissance paintings? 2009 Randy Orton? Maybe none of the above. But you wanna know what scared me when I was little?
Damn, that nigga fresh.
Well, my niggas and niggettes, stick around.
You just might find out. Number 10.
I know, but just hear me out. Let's not sit here and act like we haven't all been here before, okay? You were a kid once, and you've seen something scary at least once in your life, if not on numerous occasions, and it was just something about having to use the bathroom when or after you were watching something scary. Whether it was the fear of something snatching you up on the way to the bathroom, or if you have a mind that's constantly racing like I do, maybe you even thought your reflection was gonna fucking get you. Shit, sometimes I wouldn't even just be scared to use the bathroom. Sometimes I'd be scared to take a shower in my own bathroom. And there's only one person to blame for that. The fuck are you looking at? Okay, let me paint the picture for you real quick. Imagine you getting your daily cleanup, you know what I'm saying, washing the B&B, doing your little your whatever. You see it come time to wash that dry ass scalp. You go for your little scratch. You reach for the back of that skull and you feel an extra set of fingers in this bitch. Nigga, when I tell you, I didn't care, bro. That scene almost convinced me to wash my hair with my eyes wide open. Didn't even care if the shampoo got in my fucking eyes. I'm watching my back. And I know y'all remember in my last video when I said this about Silent Hill. If you were to ask me what the scariest movie I've ever seen was, my honest answer would probably be Silent Hill. No lies were told. That movie had me so scared to go to the bathroom that when I finally built up the courage to do so, all it took was for my torturous brother to scream the words, "Pyramid Head," and I almost doused the entire bathroom in piss. But speaking of Silent Hill, that leads me to the next entry.
Number 9.
Darkness, everybody!
I mean, where do I even start for real? I could ask somebody what their first true fear was, and I feel like whatever they tell me will be a lie. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like darkness is like the prologue of fear. Like, you gotta get through that before you can get scared of anything else for real. You feel me? I wanna see something. If you ain't already watching this video in the dark, I want you to turn all your lights off right now. Now that probably didn't even get you, but the anticipation of waiting in the dark like that, I know it made you feel uneasy. And we all know the feeling of when it's time to take it in, and you know you gotta go upstairs. But you know you can't go upstairs without turning them lights off. Niggas ain't got time to be paying that bill. So what do?
Turn out those lights!
I'm talking about got me running up the steps like every demon in the book is behind me whole time. It ain't nothing behind me. And nothing's worse than it being dark when you're home alone. Which reminds me.
Number 8.
Now sure, being home alone in your teenage years is pretty great. But as a kid, one of the worst parts about being home alone is when you were just cool and watching your favorite cartoons and then this shit will pop up out of nowhere. As if it weren't scary enough that you're talking about niggas my age getting abducted, you're gonna have the loudest fucking noise imaginable play at the same time. Another thing about being home alone that's so scary is when your parents have been gone a little longer than you expected and you get to thinking, what if they don't come back? What if 2 grown niggas wanna run up in this bitch right now? Home invasions are very fucking real, And they're very fucking scary. And mind you, not all of us are Kevin, bro. You can't just pull booby traps out of our ass and call it a day. Realistically, if those two niggas wanted to, they could have killed Kevin. Like, as much as I love this movie, bro, it is not going down like that. Oh my gosh. Nigga, a memory just dawned upon me. Back when I used to live with my mom, for some odd reason, a wasp would always find its way into the house. I don't know how. Definitely wish I knew why. I digress. We all know how wasps get down. They're the young niggas of bugs. And this, I was really young, so this was before I knew how to take care of things as a man would, you know? So my mom would usually take care of the wasp. But one day she wasn't there to help me. And what do you know? A wasp sneaks in and catches me lacking. Now thank God he didn't sting me. But bro, y'all know how wasps be.
Real close now, damn. Don't move. And they only sting you if you provoke them, so just chill, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, what does provoking it entail? Because I feel like that's not defined from, like, research. I think, like, sudden movements.
Hey, you in a black shirt, shut up. I don't even know why you're wearing that, all right? You don't even know what you're talking about.
He don't even know what that means, which is the crazy part. Y'all just say that so y'all can fill up the science textbooks and shit. Y'all don't even know what that means. Yo, go grab the spray from inside.
Hey, now sit back down. I'm feeling real provoked right now. I will sting. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm all up in your face right now. What you gonna do? Oh, I could tell you. Not a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Once I realized me and the wasp were having a fucking stare off, I hid in my room and waited until my mom got back. And by the time my mom got back, nigga, the wasp was gone. But you wanna know what's scary than being home alone with the wasp as a kid? Being home alone as a kid with...
Number 7.
Disclaimer, I wholeheartedly believe that God is real. What I have a hard time believing is that he would create something so evil. And you'd think with the existence of this nigga that he'd be able to, lessen the fear that I have for these motherfuckers. Yeah, sure, until you think about how he actually got his powers. It wasn't like the spider asked, "Hey, buddy, you want some cool spider powers?" Nah, nigga, bite, bite, bite. They're just naturally violent in nature. Like, remember how I said the wasps are like young niggas of bugs? Well, these niggas are Devo. And you wanna know why I say that? Because if I see a spider that's bigger than usual in my room,
It's just like it's both ours.
cause he can have that bitch. And boy, once I get that right bug spray, I got mind control over spiders. If he looking at me, I ain't gonna spray it. But when he turn around, I'm spray it again. But on a serious note though, bro, nothing, and I mean nothing in this world ever needs that many damn legs. Where the fuck you gotta be to where you need 8 legs, my nigga? And then, bro, there's so many different variants, each one creepier than the fucking last. And if you think I'm lying, I can deadass give you a top 10 within this top 10. Sand spider. Literally hides itself in the sand to catch prey. Like, imagine if these shits were just roaming the beach. You're walking on the sand and you just feel this motherfucker underneath you. Goliath bird-eating spider. I mean, do I really have to say anything else? Funnel web spider. I read it. Literally says that this shit's venom could kill us in a matter of minutes. Woman Wayne spider. I call it the woman Wayne spider because I literally forgot this shit's name look. Brazilian wandering spider. Very large, very aggressive, and I want no parts. I'm literally looking all over my room as I'm making this portion of the video. Like, hate is a strong word, but I fucking hate these things. Brown recluse. One of the, if not the most poisonous spiders. I don't know too much about these niggas for real. Motherfucker, this bitch looking like the bronze kneecap. But speaking of, bro, why would they call this nigga the bronze kneecap when it's clear as day this nigga is gold? They trying to downplay your swag. Wolf spider. Why even make this? Whatever the fuck this is, spider. I mean, just look at the nigga. Trap door spiders. No, that name isn't a metaphor. It doesn't get more straightforward than that. Kill it with everything in the arsenal.
Yeah, go ahead and burn all that. Burn it all!
These are probably the most disgusting, creepy, blood-curdling of all the spiders. It's something I would say if these motherfuckers didn't exist. Why would you ever want to get that close? Now, granted, I read that they're not that aggressive towards humans, but like, nigga, did they tell you that? I want to know how that conversation went, because I promise I'm not sticking around for a chat to find out. I'm mad at that guy. And bro, that just reminds me, someone literally created a horror game with a giant huntsman spider. If you have arachnophobia, brace yourself.
Okay.
Say less.
Cause my name is Curry Kinchin.
See, it's far away, so I'm kind of brave. So they said don't sprint, right? I'm not sprinting. If y'all are scared of spiders, y'all might want to get out of here.
These legs. He turned around. Okay. Okay. What is he doing? Why does he just... Huh? Okay, he's going the other way. Okay, he's in there. Yo! Troll him. Troll him. Look at him. Look at him stuck inside a room. Yo, spider! Where you at? Yeah, uh-huh. That's open. Oh my goodness, chill out. That's open.
Number 6.
So long ago, back when I was, still in the single digits of my age, back when I was too scared to ride anything and could only ride like 3 rides. Not gonna lie, I didn't hop on a roller coaster until I was like fucking 19. But again, I digress. It was me, my brothers, my mom, and her husband at the time. My cousins were there too. And, we had been there for a good amount of the day, and we saw this ride called Monster Mansion. I don't remember how I convinced myself to get on this. Probably because it looked like, it genuinely looked like a kid ride at first. And it is. But is it really, my nigga? I don't know why, but for some reason my dumb ass didn't think there would be animatronics in this ride. And if you've seen my second 10 Things video, then you'd know exactly how I felt about animatronics as a kid. Shit, I'm over here talking about as a kid, these fuckers still creep me out. And y'all gotta remember something about me as a kid. I scared easy as a motherfucker. Sometimes I wouldn't even know what I was scared for. And it's ironic because now I fucking love scary shit. Well, let me not say I love it, but it's fun. It's fun for some reason. But anyway, as soon as I caught a glimpse of the first animatronic, everything was kind of a blur from this point. Cause bro, I had my eyes closed for majority of the ride. And when I got older, me and my friends rode this ride. And once we get to the part that I'm finna get to, even then we were still kind of creeped out. Like, it was funnier because we can laugh about the shit now we're older. But the beginning part was actually pretty cool. It made kid me realize that this wasn't even the scariest part of the ride. As the ride goes on, you can't help but notice how much darker the atmosphere is getting. Everything in the room is getting so much darker as you go. And you start getting to points where the signs around start telling you exactly where not to go. And I had my eyes closed, so I didn't heed that warning. But luckily for us, one of the friendly monsters gave us very fair fucking warning.
This way. Stay out of the marsh. Stay out of the marsh. Oh no!
And this is where my child self goes from already scared to absolutely fucking terrified. I was just sitting there trying to figure out why we're going to the marsh when bro did his best job at telling us not to go there.
Oh no!
The marsh! Why you niggas going to the marsh? Oh Lord! Now, where the beginning of the ride will be like the suburbs of the Monster Mansion, the marsh was the fucking hood of Monster Mansion. It's a good thing my eyes were closed so I couldn't read that. Bro, which one of you wrote this in all caps and put Eaton as the biggest word like we wouldn't believe you? So after you get past these creepy eyes, you go through a dark tunnel, which, leads back to number 9 on the list. You're greeted by a not so friendly monster, and for whatever reason, I found the courage to, finally look around and uncover my eyes. You wanna know what the first thing I saw was? And I was right back to playing peekaboo. I didn't open my eyes for the rest of the ride. I just heard the atmosphere and that was scary enough. Well, I lied. I did open my eyes for one part of the ride, but it wasn't to the end, and when I did, it gave me a moment that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. You gotta remember, I was a kid, and this was the first time I had even experienced anything like this. So when I saw this for the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I almost passed out. Bro, I don't know what it was about that shit, but when I saw it for the first time, my soul left my body. But that was back then. Of course, now as a young adult, if I got on this ride now, it wouldn't be shit for real.
Number 5.
Bro, I have no idea what was up with this show. Like it was really never a dull moment with this show. Literally, the art style alone is just kind of eerie sometimes. Like, some characters are more detailed than they needed to be. I don't know. Oh yeah, and a little side note, this show is also where I got this sound effect from. And yeah, kind of like how SpongeBob used to do, the show could be like going completely normal at times, and then it'll just have a random ass shot like that. Now, there's a few episodes in particular I could talk about, if not every damn episode, but I want to start with this episode in particular, and a character that just gave me the creeps. So there's this guy named Peppermint Larry, right? And he's not the character we're talking about in particular, but I need to talk about him for this to make sense. He's pretty much a bartender in the city, but instead of serving an alcoholic beverage, he serves candy. Yeah, totally not weird at all, but anyways, he has this wife that's made entirely out of candy. And I don't know what it was about her design that used to creep me out. Maybe it was because she was the only stop motion character in the show, or maybe just because she looks fucking creepy. But in the show, it was made pretty clear that she wasn't alive, so it just makes this scene a lot creepier when you see her in the background and she fucking moves out of frame. From what I remember, that was like the only time she moved in the show. I don't really remember the show that much, but I do remember one scene that creeped out so many kids back in the day that the show literally had to censor the airing. Like, it had to remake that whole scene because of how creepy the original one was.
Hey there, cutie. Aren't you beautiful? I think I know what you want. String! That sure was fun, huh, kitty? Oh, hey there, cutie. Aren't you beautiful? I think I know what you want. String! Oh. That sure was fun, huh, kitty?
I'm like, bro, which one of you niggas gave that the green light so I can go back in time and fire your ass?
Number 4.
Now, in all honesty, I probably could have did the Adventure Time as a whole, because this show had some pretty creepy moments, if we're being real. Like, for an example, y'all remember when they played a prank on Finn and they used that big green lady just for Finn to find out later that that part wasn't even a part of the prank? They didn't even know about her.
Wow, you got me again. I can't believe that. With the hair and the house coming alive and stuff.
The what?
The walls and chairs trying to eat me and stuff.
Yeah, nah, you must have been so scared you imagined that part.
No, I didn't.
Haha, nice try, Finn. Let's get at it.
Like, how you gonna tell this nigga what he just saw? Another good example could literally be the first episode when everybody in the Candy Kingdom got turned into fucking zombies.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Or maybe even the episode where Finn thought he could thug it without Jake and the guardian angel came to save him.
Taking you to the chamber of the crystal eye.
Oh, yeah!
Where I'm going to cook you and eat your flesh.
Wow. What?
Trust in your
Guardian angel.
Put me down, lady!
That scared the fuck out of me when I was little. But even after all that, nothing even came close to this nigga.
Let's keep it 100.
Just off of design alone, this nigga was not meant for a kid's show. There's no reason I should be able to see your exposed nerves and arteries in a fucking kid's show. Then his mouth, his face used to freak me out so bad. It literally looks like somebody grabbed this shit and said, give me that. And not only did he look like that, but bro was big as hell. And yeah, his design is scary, but what he did in the show is really why he's on this list. If I'm being honest, he could have been on my top 9 villains list, because this man did some dastardly acts. I know y'all remember when he possessed PB. And for whatever reason, I can't really remember right now, they had Jake watching over her. You know how Jake be trying to lighten the mood with a song, and then she was not fucking with that song.
Oh, I'll sing you a song.
I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is I'm stopping. And starting a new song. Jake.
That's just Exhibit A. Exhibit B, it low-key scares me now more than when I was a kid because of my understanding of it now. Like, as a kid, the design just scared me. But now that I know the actual, like, meaning of what this is, it just don't sit right with me now. So there's this hero that Finn and Jake looked up to named Billy. He was pretty much the arch nemesis of the Lich. And when he was young, the Lich couldn't fuck with him for real. But by the time Finn and Jake met him, he was old as dirt and his heroing days were long behind him. He thought the need for violence was pointless until he saw Finn and Jake save the old lady using violence. So he eventually got back into it.
Get out of here!
So after decades of trying to put this nigga Billy away, the Lich finally catches this man lacking. And I can't remember if it was for the next few episodes or for the remainder of that episode. This man Lich had been posing as Billy. Kinda like how he possessed Princess Bubblegum, but this time it was different. He didn't just possess Billy.
Hurry!
Then stop! That's not Billy! It's the Lich!
Huh?
Lich alert! Lich alert!
Billy!
Billy?
Not only did he kill Billy, he wore this nigga's skin.
Number 3.
Creepypasta. A deep, dark rabbit hole that I should have never gone down as a kid. A lot of people might know what this is, but a lot of people might not. But I'm pretty sure that my first example, everybody's seen this guy before. Slender Man was my introduction to this shit. I didn't even know what a creepypasta was at the time. And now that I'm thinking about it, Slender Man was the first horror game that I've ever seen like somebody play on YouTube. But do you want to know who really kept me up at night? I don't know what was scarier, the fact that he cut his eyelids and lips off to make himself look like that, or the fact that he'd sit at your window or door frame and wait for you to
Go to sleep.
But as goofy as it sounds, there's so much to this creepypasta shit that if I were to sit here and talk about all of them, we'd be here all day.
Number 2. Number 1.
While Silent Hill is the scariest movie I've ever seen, this is the scariest movie I've never seen. I've really only seen bits and pieces of it because majority of the movie I watched through my fingers. And that was before I ultimately decided to leave the room because shit was getting a little too real for me. But although I didn't see the full movie, those bits and pieces that I did see were more than enough to make it to this list. There's a few infamous scenes I could pull from, like the elevator scene with all the blood. Y'all girls really gotta deal with this every month. The infamous scene with the twin little girls who actually died in the hallway that the little boy met them in. Whatever the fuck this is. And you know I can't forget the iconic quote.
Here's Johnny!
But there's one scene in particular that I'm thinking of that I can't even find on YouTube. And shit, even if I were to be able to find it, I wouldn't be able to post it without blurring everything because YouTube would just age restrict it and take this video down. But I digress. The scene in question is the bathtub scene. Looking back on it now, the scene was honestly just more gross than it was scary, but it's still pretty fucking scary. But since I can't show you the actual scene from the movie, I'll try my best to describe it. So Johnny finds himself in this big ass green bathroom, and he stumbles upon this random ass white lady who was just in the tub taking a bath. So she stepped out that motherfucking butt ass, and she started approaching this man Johnny. And Johnny, after already seeing all the weird shit that's going on in this place, his dumb ass decides, yeah, let me embrace her. So while he embracing her, he can't help but check the mirror, and he like, oh, don't fuck on, something ain't right. And to his surprise, this bitch started rotting before his very eyes. Man, this scene fucked me up and disgusted me so bad. I remember I had a fresh box of Reese's Puffs and didn't even eat them hoes for a few days. But I ain't gonna lie, it's not too much else for me to talk about, because like I said in the beginning, I've never really seen this movie in its entirety, bro. I was too scared to, bro. I'm sorry. So, what scared you when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments. But it's your nigga JT Ripper, and I'm out.